Good evening once again, my good people of Biafra, my good people of the Igbo race. I say once again, good evening to all of you, wherever you may be, in Biafra land, in Nigeria, in Asia, in America, or in Europe. We are saying good evening to you all and welcome once again to our weekly broadcast from the satellite station Voice of Biafra International. First and foremost, we must at all times give credit to Chief Dr. Rafu Wazirike and the Bim-Massob family that have made it very, very possible for us to use this particular medium to reach out to our people wherever they may be in any part of the world. Don't forget that we use this particular forum to sensitize our people, to inform our people, to seek their views and opinions in matters concerning Biafra and Nigeria. We equally use this particular forum to give people our news or news from around the globe to update them with the current happenings day in, day out. We are equally here to entertain our people with our Igbo cultural music or dance to make sure that our people remain always exhilarated. One thing important is that this particular station was established to make sure that we use it to mobilize our people towards eventual Biafra Republic. Of course, as everybody knows, we are already tired of existing in the rickety structure that is called Nigeria. That particular country that devours its own inhabitants and even made possible, ironically, by the leaders that be. Never in the history of any particular nation have we seen a situation where the presidency of that particular country conspire with vandals or herdsmen or armed marauders to kill the citizens of that particular country. But Nigeria remains a rare case. That is why we are saying with one voice that we are no longer interested in being part of that particular tottering country called Nigeria. On the strength of that, we come here from time to time to discuss our people, to know the best way to exit Nigeria and then go home to Biafra land, where we shall give meaning to our lives. We welcome you once again to this particular evening broadcast from the satellite station Voice of Biafra International. Ikenna Obibiegonu is my name. I am the moderator this evening, and of course, while other members of the crew and very many Biafrans are logged on to international television stations because of the World Cup going on right now in Russia, some other members, of course, considering it a point of duty by word of patriotism, are already here to discuss with us on this particular topic we have for the day. Echezra Udeze is from Japan right now joining us, but however, he has just stepped aside and will join us in the next few seconds. But from Biafra land right now is Sonny Emmanuel Wabisi. joining us. So you are welcome to the program.
Thank you, my brother, and good evening to all my brothers and sisters anywhere you are around the world. You're welcome for this very program. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Some time ago, after we had our last broadcast using the Igbo language, some people wrote in to say they were quite impressed that Voice of Biafra International could make their broadcast in Igbo language and that they would wish that any important discussion be held in Igbo language to carry home the message to our own people. In reaction to that, and of course in obedience to what they have said, don't forget that we are here to do the biddings or the will of our people. We talk to them and we listen to them, and whatever suggestions they make, we obey vicariously. So, having received messages from our people around the globe, that it will be quite appropriate for us to begin to discuss some important issues in Igbo language, we have also chosen today to discuss with you all, wherever you may be. Sometimes we use the English language spontaneously anyway, but most often we are going to use the Igbo language because it is the language of our parents, the language of our birth, and that particular language that offers us dignity and respect before the international community. We may not know the importance of our own language until we move on outside our own community to interact with other people who are very, very much proud of their own language. But for us, the Igbos, we sometimes prefer to discard our proud language while speaking the English language, that particular language of colonialism. We must sometimes do away with that and then adopt the language of our heritage. That is the Igbo language, which we must be proud of at all times. That is why we say, wherever we go, whatever we do, we must be proud of our own Igbo language. Before we continue, a little bit of Biafra music.
Geld sparen beim Strom?
Okay, so we move on from there. That was a brief interlude of Igbo children's cultural music. Of course, when we hear such thing, we remember the long ago when we used to sit together in a kind of circle during the moonlight days or nights and begin to sing some lullabies. Those things that remind us of our credo. That is the situation of things for now. We move on from there. This evening, we are here to discuss. Oh, I'm sorry, I wanted to speak Igbo language. I don't know how English, came out from my lips. N'ụbọchị nke taa, of course, onye ọbụla mara taa ụbọchị ụka. Ihe anyị kwuru ọgbakọlata n'ebe a wụ ịtụle arụbarụ, ịtụle uchiche maka ihe nke ndị RBL. I cannot say IPOB, maka na IPOB is all encompassing. Ọ ihe banyere umbrella body, the entire Igbo people, even though a particular group will try to convert it. So, ihe a jiri mara ha bụ RBL. Ha na-ekwu okwu na ha ga-enwe referendum nke bụ ituli aka elu si Biafra ha ga-ala ka ha ga-anọdụ na Naịjirịa. Na a ga-enwe referendum. Onye chezokwuru na dis referendum ha na-ekwu okwu ya na ha tinyebere n'ọnwa 3 n'ime afọ gara aga. Mgbe oge ahụ rụziri, eju kedu nne gị kpokiriri ndị isi ndị RBL ga-ekwu referendum. Kedu ha? Enwere onye ahụrụ, ahụrụ onye isi, ahụrụ onye ọdụ, ahụrụ onye etiti. Elekwere ballot papers eji atụ referendum, enwere ka ahụrụ. Kedu kwene mpempe akwụkwọ eji atụ referendum, enwere ka ahụrụ. Kedu ka ahụzụ? Ọ bụzie na ọ bụ nkwa shagari kwere ndị amụcha. It is not enough to make promises which you cannot fulfill because you want to keep, retaining people's loyalty, playing on their own sensibilities, trying to hoodwink them, brainwashing them. When you are not ready for any battle, there is no need to blow the whistle or to begin to drum a kind of noise. You don't have. Sorry, please let me check on this caller. So, when you are not ready for any particular war or battle, there is no need for a drumbeat of war. Ihe anyị na-ekwu bụ gịnị? Na ndị RBL n'ọnwa 3 n'ime afọ gara aga, ha na-ekwu okwu na-etiwarị n'igwe na a ga-enwe referendum nke ituli aka elu ka amata ma Biafra ha ga-ala ma ha agaghị ala. Mgbe ọnwa 3 bịaziri, gịnị mere? Eji kedu nne gị kpokiriri ahụghị nne ahụghị nna ka eji ahụ nwa okoro ka ọnwa agbọghọ. Ọ gịnị meziri? Esikwe nga ahụ bulitezie na ọ ga-awụ n'afọ ngwụcha anya, na ọ ga-awụ n'ọnwa ngwụcha afọ nọ ka asọwo n'ọnwa 2019. Whichever way, what we are saying is, how feasible is the RBL referendum? Onye chezokwala na ihe banyere referendum bụ ihe iwu obodo na-ekwute okwu ya. Ọ kwere ihe mere obodo niile ga-agbakọlọta ọnụ si yes, anyị kpekọtara na anyị ga-atuli aka elu ka anyị mara ma anyị ga-ala ma ya agaghị ala. Mana nke ndị a na-eme ndị RBL wee si na ihe ha ga-emere onwe ha. Whatever may be the reason, only God knows. How feasible is this particular referendum? Let us not forget that all their leaders are in abroad. They cannot come home for this particular referendum. Instead, they are over there enjoying the good things of life while trying to instigate the feeble-minded in faraway Biafra land to troop out in mass and begin to suffer in the hands of the Nigerian military. Oh, sorry. What you have done there is causing a lot of distraction. How could you have called on this particular Facebook Messenger? Why tuning on to the other one is creating a lot of confusion. Please, confusion. Switch off one, please. Please, and switch off one. So, we sincerely apologize for the noise at various backgrounds coming from our various listeners We deeply apologize and we promise that such things will not repeat, be repeated again. We are indeed sorry. Yeah, please, Uchenna, the noise that came from your background was so distracting and disturbing that I had to switch off all the gadgets, please. Everybody knows that everything we have here is highly sensitive. Any form of noise, from any angle is intercepted and it is unacceptable. I wouldn't collect call. Please, which
That messenger line is always giving us
hold on, please don't talk. I'm online. Your fellow compatriots, once again, we sincerely and most deeply apologize to all of you, our listeners, for this particular distraction or disturbances that came our way. It was not intentional at all. It was due to some coincidences somewhere along the line. But we have been able to rectify the anomaly and promise wholeheartedly that such thing will not repeat itself again. Thank you very much. We are here on air in the satellite station of the Voice of Biafra International, broadcasting right now on YouTube, Facebook, and our satellite, as well as our own Skype. Join us through any particular axis you like. You will hear us and you can also talk to us. Right now, we are on air and to discuss here this evening the possibility of conducting a referendum in Nigeria that will give us the event, our own Biafra state. How feasible is it? A particular group in this our struggle, the Radio Biafra London group, have been all the while insisting within their own group or enclave that there is going to be a referendum in Biafra land to determine our continued existence in the Federation of Nigeria. But then one thing confusing is this: how feasible, how sincere, how prepared, how ready are they for this particular referendum? Or is it a kind of jamboree? Do not forget that last year, September, or probably before then, prior to that particular time, they boasted of course, you know what I'm trying to say, boycotting Anambra election, that's gubernatorial election. Despite all the noise making, despite all the boasts, despite all the threats, election was conducted peacefully after Chief Dr. Rafu Wazirike of the Bim-Massob family went to Onitsha to make a declaration that despite every threat from RBL, there must be election in Anambra State. And so was it. Election came successfully and went, and RBL had to lick their wounds. Today again, they have come out with another fake notion of referendum, conducting a referendum in Biafra land. The question is, who is going to conduct this particular referendum? Who is going to conduct it? When the leaders are all in exile, nobody is at home. Who is going to lead the pack of cars? Who is going to be in the front line? Who is going to distribute the ballot boxes? Who is going to distribute the ballot papers? Who is going to take care of all these things? Words are easier said than done. It is one thing to make noise. It is another thing to accomplish that particular thing that makes one to boast of anything one can think of. The question is this now: having failed last March to conduct any referendum or even to make an attempt, they have shifted it again to November this year, probably before the 2019 general election. They now want to say they are going to conduct a referendum. Who is going to conduct this referendum? We have made it abundantly clear that if all their leaders want us to conduct a referendum, so be it. Every Biafran wants to be back home to Biafra land. If referendum will assist us, why not? But the question is, would they all be in Europe and America and Asia doing nothing except enjoying the comfort of life, while asking those at home to troop out a mass before the Nigerian military jackboot to conduct a referendum? What if they are killed? How are they going to safeguard their lives? This is why we are here today. Is it possible for RPA to conduct a referendum? What and what would assist them? Who is going to conduct the referendum? And how can they guarantee us security that in the event of our people trooping out to conduct this particular referendum, that the Nigerian military would not once again mow us down? This is the situation of change for that. Let us play a little bit of music. Before that, let me introduce Uchenna Okeke from Benue State, who is also a member of the Vobi crew. Uchenna Okeke, you are welcome to the program. Uchenna Okeke, are you there with me? I must have lost him. Sorry, please. So, we are saying now, referendum. Who is going to conduct it? Who is going to lead the way? It is not enough to say referendum. Let us know those who are going to conduct it, instead of staying in the comfort zone of Europe and America, trying to ginger our younger ones to come out and be massacred by the Nigerian military. We find it unacceptable, and we say no to that. We might accept, of course, Biafra had already had a referendum. The very time, 1967 earlier on, when the Eastern Consultative Assembly mandated Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu to declare the Federal Republic of Biafra. That was a referendum. And this particular referendum was sealed at Aburi When Nigeria and Biafra went there to dig it out, at the end of the day, it was agreed that there would be a kind of confederal system of government, which Nigerian government later tried to disparage. At the end of it all, from Biafra land to Aburi, a referendum was conducted, and that is why today we talk of the Federal Republic of Biafra. Anybody in this present time talking about referendum, I must say, is trying to take us backwards. We have passed that particular stage, and let nobody be fooled. There is nothing like a referendum once again, except there are some enabling constitutional laws that will say, oh, in Nigeria, any group, any region can now conduct a referendum to decide whether they will continue to exist in Nigeria or not. Anything outside that, it is an affront, and we wouldn't like our people to come out to attempt something that will lead them to their own untimely grave. This is what we are saying. Let me once again introduce Uche Nokeke, member of the Vobi crew, right away from Benue, Nigeria. Uche Nokeke, welcome to the program.
Thank you, the orator. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, we are with you here.
Okay, this is Uche Nokeke from Makodi. I want to welcome all our listeners all over the world. God bless us as well. We partner today. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, something is echoing somewhere. We would like everybody to switch off their gadgets, please, and please, and please. So, Uchenna, you are aware of this particular evening's topic. Something is echoing somewhere, please. Hold on, let me switch off everything that has to do with the distraction. Thank you very much for being with us. I was trying to correct some mistakes here, and we are through now. So, like I was saying before, okay, are you there with us online? Once again.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We are talking about RBL's referendum. Remember, sometime March this year, RBL came out with a notion of conducting a referendum in Biafra land. Like they said, to determine if we should continue to exist in the Nigerian polity or to go home to our own independent Biafra. Most unfortunately, after all the promises, after all the boasts, after all the noise making, on the day of the referendum, no single principal actor of RBL was seen anywhere near Biafra land. It became a flop, disappointing once again their numerous followers. This time around, for them to keep floating, to keep on maintaining fake loyalty of their members, they have shifted once again, like they have always done, shifting the goalposts towards the end of the year, or probably next year, to say we are going to conduct a referendum. Now, from day to week, from week to month to year, shifting of the goalposts has become the brand name of RBL. Now, this time around, we know some of the laws or constitutional rights that determine the conduct of any particular referendum. But where those enabling laws are not on ground for us anywhere in the Nigerian system, how possible is it for anybody to come out and say we are going to conduct a referendum, knowing full well the consequences or implications? Let us not forget, however, that already Biafra had her own referendum prior to, let me say, sometime 1967, when the Eastern Consultative Assembly mandated the then General of the People's Army, Chukwu Emeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, to declare the Federal Republic of Biafra. By that particular statement or mandate, Biafra Igbos conducted a referendum which still stands today the test of time. Apart from that, we headed down to Aburi, where both Nigeria and Biafra gathered to discuss one-on-one, eyeball to eyeball. At the end of the day, a kind of confederal system of government was decided and agreed on. However, somewhere along the line, Nigeria had to renegade on that. So, this time around, we have said referendum had been already conducted and we are a people of Biafra. How come then any particular person or group is trying to drag us some 30, 40, 50 years backwards? We say no to that. We are not talking about referendum anymore because we are past that particular stage. But however, if any attempt to that should be made, how secure, how safe would be our people, not just our people, but their own particular members whom they have convinced that there will be a referendum. Some few days ago, one of their leaders had to say that 40 or for something thousand ballot boxes will be made available. Millions and millions of ballot papers will be made available. Who will produce, who will bring, who will distribute the ballot boxes, who will distribute the ballot papers, where, what centers, what security, what guarantee do they have for us? All these are more what we have here this evening. How feasible is RBL propaganda? I mean RBL. Or is this another type of propaganda? This is what we are asking. Which channel KK you are there? Do you have anything to say in this regard?
Because I read I want to understand what you say.
Oh yeah, I can't even hear you very, very well. What we are telling our people is this. RBL has come out or up with another device. They are not telling our people they are going to conduct a referendum. What do they mean by referendum? Do they have some enabling laws to back them up? And the question is this: who is going to conduct this particular referendum? Who is going to conduct it? All their leaders are in abroad. Nobody is at home. No single person is at home. Then who is going to conduct it? That's the question. We are telling our people, our parents, everybody should advise their children and wives. Let nobody risk their lives by talking about conducting a referendum. If anybody tries to come out that particular day, the military might kill the one. Biafra has passed that particular stage. In this our struggle, we have passed that particular level. Let nobody, I repeat, let nobody be fooled in anything that has to do with referendum. This is what we are saying for now. Now, Uchenna, were able to understand me? Of course, Emmanuel YBC is there. So, did you get me what we were saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
I understand what you're saying. Actually, na ndị eburukwa abịa ka ha si ebu abịa achọwakwana ahụ onye ha ga-akpafu ọbara amanụ mma nwata akwụkwọ na-eji aka ede onwe nnene ọ na-ahụ nwata akwụkwọ ruo ji aka etinyere onwe exam amaranụ m ka IPOB ga-eji si na ha mana onwe ha ga-ejizi aka ha wee kọndọtụ referendum bịa ballot papers onye ga-awụzi the monitor onye ga-amonitọ ya UN ka European Union ka African Union kedu ndị nyere ya go ahead imebe referendum ka ọ hara ọchakwa ha n'ụra tete ofu ya gbaba ha n'isi ebido kwube adịbụ m mbụ ekwu ya na ndị abịaghị maka ọdịmma ndị Biafra anyị bịaga na ụmụ mmadụ n'iyi ọhịa ya bụ plan ha ndị isi ha niile mana ha anaghị ekwu okwu Biafra ọhịa ọ gawa na-eme a na-ekwusisi ụmụ mmadụ na-ekwusisi ụmụnne anyị for no just cause ọgụ ha nwa ka ọ dịrị ikwu na a ga-eme referendum ka mba ụwa ga-asị ha mgba ka anyị mere unu referendum ọ bụrụ na eme dị referendum ụnụ pas ya enye ụlọ nwere onwe mana abịa ha na-asị na ha ga-eji aka ha wee mee referendum ebe ka ha ga-anọ na-eme ya ọ n'ime rum ka ha ya na-anọ na-eme ya ka ha ga na-apụta na field ka ọ na mbara ka ha ga na-apụta na-eme na-agụ ọnụ referendum ihe akwụkwọ ihe iji dọọ ụmụnna ya aka na ntị ọzọ onye ọbụla werekwa mmiri ya onye ọbụla ji ụmụ ya na ndị eburukwa bịa ọzọ n'ọkwa oji ọnụ ka eji wee mara ha na a ga-eme nke a ga-emekwa nke ọzọ ha jigodo ihe mere obodo dịka Catalonia wee mụrụ akụ ha ji ihe mere ha wee mụrụ akụ mgbe ị mere onwe gị referendum ji aka gị nye onwe gị independent mkpụrụ onye ga-anabata gị ọ bụrụ ihe ị na-azụ wee nyere obodo a na-ekwu okwu maka nnwere onwe so ha ugbu a o bidokwana aha ọzọ ịmana ịchụọ ha na nke ha agwana na nke ịchụọ ha na nke ha agwana na nke mgbe na ha na-agụ na-eti no election no referendum no election no this no election kịta hapụ na aha no election kịta hapụkwara aha no referendum ọzọkwa echi na-eme eruo ha eruo 2019 achọtakwa ofu ọzọ ya akọta ihe niile ọbụla na ha na-ekwu mgbe ọbụla ihe a ga-eji wee hụ na akpafuru ọbara mmadụ akwụkwọ ha nke bụ eziokwu nkata ọbụla niile ha na-akpa nkata ọbụla ha na-akpa maka obodo anyị nwawo Biafra ọ gaghị agasịrị ha mana ụmụnne anyị ka were mmiri saa anya onye ọbụla mara ihe ọ na-eme ka a hapụ na idufukwa ha ọzọ maka ọ na-atọ ha obi ụtọ ọkacha ndị isi ya ọ na-atọ ha obi ụtọ mgbe ọbụla e gburu onye ọbụla bụ onye Igbo mgbe ọbụla akpafuru ịnọsenso mgbe ọbụla akpafuru ọbara ịnọsenso ọ na-atọ ha obi ụtọ ka ndị be anyị mara ihe onye ọbụla mara ihe ọ na-eme mara nke ọ na-ezo ọ bụrụ onye nọkọta ọ bụpụta ofu ihe ọ tụrị na ụmụnne anyị ka e wee gbusisi anyị ọ nọrọ n'obodo oyibo ọ na-asị na a ga-eme ka a ga-eme ka ọ ga-akpọpụ ya na taịma ọ ga-abịa gbuorie ụmụ anụmanụ ya biko eji m ohere na-asị ndị be anyị ka anyị were ire eze anyị ọnụ tupu anyị na-eme nke a na-eme daalụ.
Honestly, even one of our brothers, Okeke Samuel, ọ na-ekwu ihe dịka ozi o zitere here. Ọ sị na onye ọrụ na-ekwu okwu referendum na ọ na-ọwa imegharị anya ka ọ bịara ime anyị. That anybody talking about referendum is a deceiver. We have passed that stage. Of course, we have passed that particular stage. The problem with RBL is that they like dragging us backwards. But the problem is that they don't seek, advice. They do not know that we have gone far. We have passed the level of this referendum, when especially where the Biafran government is already in existence. How could somebody be thinking of referendum? By implication, they are still in Nigeria. Was it not the same people that said that Nigerian government had already granted them 8 states out of 10 states of Biafra land? Now, if that was to be true, how come again they are talking about referendum? You see, at times I begin to wonder what actually is wrong with the leadership of RBL. Ihe anyị na-ekwu okwu ya bụ anyị na-eji ohere na-agwa ndị nne na nna n'ebe ọwụla n'ala Biafra si ha biko ayọ ka anyị na-ayọkwasị onye ọbụla jikwe nwa ya aka onye ọbụla jikwe nwa ya aka onye ekweta ka nwa ya zuzuru pụta biko okwu referendum maka na ndị otu ha asị ha pụta onye egbukwele ọgwụgwọ nwa efu ka ọ nwụrụ onye ọbụla jikwe nwa ya aka onye asịkwara eyo mmatakwara enwedị ihe dịka referendum for now na Biafra land because ndị Igbo ndị Biafra enwego referendum long ago mgbe ndị isi ndị Igbo siri Emeka Odumegwu Ojukwu na anyị chọrọ Biafra. That proclamation of Biafra was enough referendum. Eburukwu ya gaa n'obodo a na-akpọ Ghana nga Nigeria na Biafra gbakọlatara na-elekọta onwe ha anya sị na ọ ga-adị mma ka ndị ọbụla nọ n'onwe nwayọọ ma na-ejizi nwanyị na-abịa n'etiti na-atọ ụtọ. That was enough referendum. Abịazie Chief Dr. Afo Waziri abịazie proclaim carry the remaining part of Biafra in the modern times, which gives our republic its own status. Of course, the Biafran government is operational. How then that RPL that is coming from the rear would like to jumpstart by reminding us of a referendum we conducted long ago by saying they want to conduct a new one? In what way? What paraphernalia do they have for it? They don't have anything. So ihe na-ekwu ndị ụlọ, ndị nna, onye ikwu na ibe, onye ọbụla jirikwa nwe ya aka. Marakwa na ihe anyị na-agwa unu na ndị gara Port Harcourt ebe na-akpọ ike ọcha, ndị gara Port Harcourt elotabeghị akụkọ nke bụ eziokwu. Ụmụ anyị, our brothers and sisters gara Port Harcourt ike ọcha si na ha ga-celebrate maka mmeri Trump. Ụfọdụ ime ha elotabeghị ruo tata. Ọwụ na ndị edipụrụ elotabeghị, ị na-achọkwa idipụ ndị ọzọ. Ọwụ onye na-eme nke anya ọdụkwa ya mma. Ya ka anyị na-agwa ndị nna onye ọbụla jirikwa nwe ya. Onye egbuola n'ụzọ n'ihi referendum ọgwụkwọ ọnwa efu ka ọ nwụrụ. Ya ka anyị ji ekwu ihe ndị a niile. Oke gere mgbe gere, ya ka anyị na-ekwu okwu ya. Uche na oke ka anyị si je
Yes, I think everything is clear now. I can hear you loud and clear.
Yes. So
okay, I quite understand the topic of today. I want to believe that this radio, the voice of Biafra International, stands to be the voice of the voiceless, and it is our duty, my coordinator, it is our duty to keep enlightening our people, most especially those of us that are from rural areas and most that are in urban areas that does not understand actually what Biafra stands for and what Biafra is all about. And just like RPL, IPOB, that has been the topic of the day, we have known them before now. Except for those who have not known them, we will keep enlightening them on the position of RPL, IPOB. We have understand them to be the enemy of Biafra actualization. And that is the reason why they keep coming with wrong directions without any plan on how to achieve or to actualize Biafra. We have seen this practically in being characterized by their leader, Nnamdi Kanu, who has led hundreds and thousands of our people out to be slaughtered like chickens. And today he himself ran away, is nowhere to be found. And today his deputy is making noise all over the world concerning conducting referendum. Referendum, I don't know his level of education, what referendum stands for. A citizen on their own cannot on their own conduct referendum, just like you, coordinator, have already said. And this is to our numerous listeners. We want to let you understand that by us ourselves. As Emmanuel Sonny Bobo Nwabisi has already told us on the conditions on how referendum is to be conducted. It has to be overseen or watched by the superior powers, if not OAU, United Nations. These are the people that will conduct a referendum if the need be, not you, not us on our own. And so, our numerous listeners, we are telling you this so that you'll be able to take precaution and caution against any deceiver in the direction of RPL IPOB, which Uche Mefo is in charge now, confusing and deceiving and causing commotion among our people. And that has been the character of RPL IPOB. And we continue to counter and to direct our people aright so that we will not make mistake on this. If not, they are confusionists. Why is it that up to today they refuse to come together and so that we can form one coalition organization and actualize this Biafra we are talking about? If not because of one character, if not because of one purpose in mind to destabilize our plan. But I want to announce to them that they came very, very late because Biafra is far beyond them. They cannot stand, and they will never stop Biafra actualization. Thank you, my coordinator, for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Uchenna Okeke, speaking to us right away from Benue State. First of all, before I read out what our listeners are saying, information, news getting to our desk right now by 2-3 persons I would like to mention their names for security reasons, is that killings upon killings are going on in Plateau State up till now. Yesterday, Voice of Biafra International received information that the herdsmen, some of these ISIS from outside Nigeria, imported by the presidency or the Fulani people, have been killing people in Barikin Ladi in Plateau State. As of now, 3 persons have sent messages to our desk that the killing is still going on right now as we are making this broadcast. In other words, war has been declared in Nigeria starting from the middle belt of Plateau State. This is the information we are getting circulated. War has broken out in Plateau State. People are being killed. Families are being massacred. Women and children being ripped off from the womb. Even young boys, young girls are being assailed and assaulted. This is the situation of things right now in Plateau State. Everybody is running helter-skelter. Houses are being burnt. People are running to their farms. Farms are being burnt even down. Nobody is safe in Plateau State anymore. Even the military we are hearing is supporting these herdsmen, these foreign invaders. Nigeria can no longer be the same because there is no place to hide for the citizens of the country. Who will save Plateau State? Who will save Middle Belt? Not Biafras, not the Oduduwa, except the people of Middle Belt. Where are the Okas of Middle Belt? Where are the Gowons, the Danjumas? Where are the Paul Unongos, David Mark, Joshua Dogoyero, and host of them? Where are they? Middle Belt is on fire. We do not know who is going to save them. When the messages come to Voice of Biafra International, our duty is only to inform the world that Nigeria is on fire. Let us come back home. Chigozie is saying that even the name IPOB is fake when relative to the people that claim it to be. The reason he said is this, and it's quite true, that first and foremost, if you want to claim to be an indigenous people of Biafra, you must be living in Biafra land. That is 100% correct. If you want to say indigenous people, you must have your office in Biafra land. You must be living in Biafra land. You must have all your activities being carried out in Biafra land. But you cannot be existing in Europe, in America, in Asia, and you begin to claim that you are an indigenous person of Biafra land. Never. For us to take you serious, like we have always said, everybody abroad in exile must move down to Biafra land. It is only then we shall say we are the indigenous people of Biafra. In all our struggle, other groups are resident in Biafra land, having their offices in Biafra land. The Bim-Massob family has everything in Biafra land. But IPOB-RBL that claims this particular almighty name has no visible structure office in Biafra land. All of them are in abroad, never coming home. How then do they say we are the indigenous people of Biafra? Thank you so much, Chigozie, for this wonderful information, for reminding us of what we do not know. That is why we say, Gobi is for all of you. You teachers, we learn from you. We are here to open the floodgate for you to tell us what we do not know. What Chigozie had just said now is very, very apt. Which now you had him, Sonny, you had him, Etches, you had him. That for you to say indigenous people or person, you must be resident in Biafra land, have your office in Biafra land, have your activities in Biafra land, everything in Biafra land. Not when you exist in Europe, America, or Asia, you say, I'm a member of the indigenous people of Biafra. Rubbish. What do you have to say to that? This is a statement coming from Chigozie, and it is quite apt. Sorry, but over to you.
Hello, Mr. Kenna.
Okay, Echoza, thank you so much. I've called you before, but we understand how you feel because it's so early in the morning. So you heard what Chigoze said. We are talking about this so-called fake referendum, trying to bring our people again to be killed. We say no to that. Over to you, Echezna, Japan.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kenna. No, this is just to, for our people to understand what we have been saying. Most of them call it hatred. Most of them call it envy and jealous against Alubl and the Kanu. But people are seeing the truth now. Honestly, this uh, question today is a wonderful one. Even I discussed it with one of my friends who come in from America yesterday, which I don't even know that it will be the topic of today. So I'm happy to hear it again. I said it before, there is nothing like referendum in the Biafra struggle. Talking about referendum is drawing us back from where we're going. Just like somebody who is traveling to Lagos somebody who is traveling to Onitsha from Lagos and getting to Benin, he decided to go back to Ojota to continue the journey again. Ojota is a kind of town or village, which after you cross it, you'll be heading down to Igbo land. Then you are going to Igbo land and you get to Onitsha and you decided to go back. You get to Bini, decided to go back to Ojota before getting to Onitsha. You know, they should stop drawing us back, and our people must listen to us if they want to live. Because whatever happened to anybody, nobody will be held responsible. As I normally say, uh, we always condemn the killing before it comes because we don't believe in medicine after death. Some of them will say, why can't you condemn what Nigerian government did to our youth? Why can't you condemn it? Why can't you say it's bad? But we always warn them before they go out and die. We always condemn it before they go out and die. I told them that I don't believe in saving dead body. I believe in saving the living, the one that is alive. I talk to them. If they want to listen, they will listen. If they don't want to listen, they will go. There is nothing like referendum. Anybody telling you about referendum is a criminal.
He's a criminal, I believe you, honestly.
He's a duper. He's a deceiver. He's a lost sheep. He has been deceived and been looking for who to deceive. I mark it. One of them told me that the United Nations asked them to do the referendum first in Biafra before the United Nations will join them. But this is rubbish. This is very very big lie. It's just like when your teacher asks you to take the exam by yourself before the general exam. It doesn't work. Referendum doesn't work, and it will never work. Nothing like that. Our people I made it very clear. I have wrote it in one of my posts what referendum stands for. Referendum is showing that you need something, showing that you want this thing. What are they talking about referendum? When Ojukwu pick up gun in 1967 to tell the world we need Biafra. He fight for 3 good years to tell the world we need Biafra. Barrister Chief was really come up to tell the world we need Biafra. And he chose this so-called Nnamdi Kanu to join hand in letting the world know what we want. And after all these years of toiling, after all these years of working hard, after all these years of battle in the field with bullets, with guns, with ammunition, with ogunigwe, and a normal human being will come back again to ask us for a referendum. And let me explain it to people who understand again what these people are about to do, what the devil that are drawing us back. Let's assume you travel all the way to Germany and you get to a Mercedes company. You saw a very beautiful Mercedes car you love so much to buy. And you ask them the price, they told you the price of this car is $4 million, 4 million euro. Now, you start paying the money because you need it. After paying the money 100%, the day you went to pick up your car, they should give you the key and documents. And somebody said to you, sit down, and you sit down. He brought out two papers and wrote something on it. Wrote yes on one, wrote no on one, and put it on the ground and said, open these papers. If you open yes, you go with your car, with everything. If you open no, your car just go like that. You won't take the car. You lost your car, you lost everything. If you do it, you are a madman, you are an animal, you are an idiot. Once that person said that, the next thing you do is to start raising an alarm. Because you have totally paid for this Mercedes Benz you requested for. I mentioned 4 million pounds. We spent 4 million lives to request for Biafra. Until then, up till now, we keep on losing life because of Biafra. We have paid the price of freedom. We have overpaid. We are still paying. And somebody will now ask you to try your luck. If you can pick yes to get your freedom, or pick no to lose your freedom. And we all know that even if we stupidly or foolishly try this so-called referendum, we must fail. As simple as that. Some people may think because of the way people are rushing on the streets, jumping up and down on the street, shouting Biafra or death, that once you put draft referendum, you win. The Nigerian government will do everything humanly possible to win you at all costs. America will support them, Europe will support them, all the part of the world will support them to make sure they beat us hands down in their so-called referendum, which is fake, which will not work. My brother, if you paid for this Mercedes Benz and went to pick it up, and somebody asks you to open a card that if you open yes you carry, if you open no you don't carry, started shouting and alarming, gathering people that these people want to dupe you, this want to deceive you, they want to take your car, take your 4 million pounds, and take the key, take everything. You start shouting. We have paid the price of freedom. We have paid more than that. There's something that some of them used to say that during the Wazirike era, people died. But point of correction, there's nothing like during Wazirike. Wazirike is still in the field. Not during. He's still in the field. He's still fighting for Biafra. He brought this in Nnamdi Kanu as a person under him, while Nnamdi Kanu rejected him to follow whoever they want. He is still fighting. Some of them are saying during the time of Wazirike that people died. And now Nnamdi Kanu has come up, people will die. Maybe one Okeko Kafo will come up tomorrow, people will die. One Ifeanyi Obi will come up the next day, next time, people will die. We are not flies, we are not animals, we are not sacrificial rams, we are no longer dying again, we have died enough. The same thing that was people died for in Massob is the same thing that they are dying for in RBL and IPOB. And the same thing they will die in any group that will come up tomorrow. Does it mean that we're looking for different things? And they will tell you that people must die in freedom fight. And I ask them, have you selected those who are supposed to die and why you should live? Have you chosen those who will die and for you to live? If people will die, why not you die? Sometimes when I saw them writing Biafra or death, I asked them, please, are you typing this thing from your grave? Are you typing it from your mortuary? Are you typing it from your coffin?
Excuse me, just excuse me. Let me chip in something. Then you continue from there. A few days ago, I wrote that if RBL would want us to take them serious, that's the leadership in this referendum, they should relocate to Biafra land with their families, and we shall believe them. One of them who lives in Asia, I don't know whether in Singapore or Malaysia, said, "Oh, thunder fire his mother, so I want them to be killed." You could imagine that? That I asked him to relocate for us to take them serious. And he was trying to cause me and saying, "Oh, so I want them to be killed by the Nigerian army." Then what of the people that are at home that you want to go out to do what? They are the only people that deserve death because they don't belong to anybody. You see the hypocrisy of RBL. This is what I want to chip in. Now go on from there.
That is okay. That has been their system. I told them that is old model. They have been using it all this while. So they should look for another new model system to defend their criminality. Most of those who are writing all those nonsense, they are the people at the head enjoying the money that is coming from this youth all over the world. And that money is what they want. That money is the only strategy they have. Once they gather the money, other things go ahead and destroy it. They don't care. So like what I'm saying, when I saw some of them shouting Biafra or dead, I keep on asking, are these people typing from their grave? Are they typing from mortuary or are they typing from their coffin when they're about to bury them? If it is Biafra or dead, those that is dying, are they not human beings? I keep on saying it. I keep on warning our people. In most times, this type of issue came up. I used to tell them, let me warn you and blame the Nigerian government, and I mean the way I normally blame them. Because if I see my brother going out from the house to go and cause trouble that will take his life, I'll call him about sit back home, don't go there. But if he insisted to go there and they killed him, he never expected me to blame anybody because I have blamed him, I have cautioned him, I have warned him, I have dragged him back. I don't know why our people love those that tell them lies than truth. I don't know why our people love those who want to save their life and those who want them to lose their life. Those sections on the days they hate Nnamdi Kanu so much. Sections they hate the RBL and the FUOB so much. What is the hatred there? Because I want to save your life. Because we want to save your life. We are telling you the truth about the evil of these people. Today Nnamdi Kanu is somewhere enjoying himself around the same Nigeria with the same politicians he told you never to come close with, traveling around. How many people are still asking government to release him? He's not with government, he's on his own enjoying his life. Why many have lost their life for no reason? There is nothing like referendum in Biafra struggle. Again, let me explain this thing before I stop. Referendum again is like when you went to like this World Cup that is going on now. You start from the first game and play struggle till the last game, and you won the cup at the end of the final match. You won the golden cup, and now somebody come to you and say, "Come and prove to us that you need this cup. Come and prove to us that you love this cup. You want to carry it, the World Cup." Meanwhile, you started from qualifying match. You played around your own country. Then you come out as one of the team that is going to World Cup. Then you travel down to Russia to play from first match till the last match, and the cup is there for you to pick up. And somebody will now come and tell you, "My brother, come, if you need this cup, prove that you need this cup." Then why do you play preliminaries? Why do you coach gather all the players, tested them, remove many and bring many in? Why do the coach plan to go to the World Cup with many players, spend a lot of money, do a lot of things? At the end of the day, somebody will tell you to come and show your love or try your luck if you need this cup. After you have won that cup, instead of them to give you the cup, that means they don't want to give you the cup, or they want to deny your cup, and you are being foolish to come out to play card if you need your cup. I repeat again before I stop. I repeat again. We have gone beyond, far beyond referendum. We have crossed the bridge of all the 100 bridges of referendum. Looking back again will be stupidity and madness over for us. We will not accept this rubbish. If, like as my brother said, if they want referendum, let them do referendum. If they believe in referendum, let them go and do referendum on their own, not on behalf of Biafrans. We have tell the world what we want. We have let Nigerian government to know what we want. We have let the Hausa Fulani to know what we want. Yorubas has know what we want. Every African country has know what we want. What we are crying for is our 100% freedom. That's all. Referendum or no referendum, that's not our business, and we have no preparation for that. We have no time for that. I said it again and I repeat it again. If you want to go for referendum, it will take another 5, 6, 7 years for you to sensitize your people about referendum, for you to educate them. Don't think that you just talk about referendum come tomorrow. The referendum is fake, but I'm trying to explain something. When you talk about referendum, when you get to United Nations, you have to queue at the back. There are many countries there are many people who are fighting for freedom. There are many countries who are looking for referendum. Some of them will tell you that England did a kind of referendum to quit from the EU. Go and ask them how long it takes them. Some people think that even the referendum is good to go, just go out and buy a can of bread and come back. It takes long time to sensitize your people. And Nigerian government must accept to give you referendum because they are the only people that can have that agreement with United Nations. If they refuse an instruction, it is a referendum. They have to agree with United Nations to give you referendum, and then the United Nations will ask you to get prepared. You can't force them. The highest, some of us are saying if they refuse for referendum, United Nations will do that. There's nothing United Nations will do to Nigerian government. They will only sanction them or suspend them if they don't abide with their law. They cannot do them nothing. Mark this word. There is nothing like referendum in Biafra, so pass over that side. Thank you, Mr. Kennedy.
Thank you very much, our brother Chezona from Japan. Of course, what you said is absolutely correct. Biafra was proclaimed. We existed for 3 good years and we are still existing. We went to a battlefield and millions of our people died. Was that not enough referendum? For anybody to wake up now to deceive some feeble-minded that they are talking about referendum, those people must be deceiving their followers, not every Biafran. Because the majority of Biafrans have already believed that we have passed that particular stage. Biafra already is in existence. We already have Biafra administrative networks functioning 24 hours. Why then should somebody take us 20 years backwards? More than 20 years even, to 50-something years of Biafra. Why the madness? What we have understood is that these their leaders have nothing more to offer to our people, and we are telling them, pack your bag, your baggage, and go home. Of course, we are asking them, they can rejoin the Bim-Massob family, provided they will promise to be of good behavior. Because we don't admit cows or vagabonds. No. We want people that know what freedom fighting is all about. Not people, whenever they're holding meetings, drinking beer, they will video it, they will snap it, and post on Facebook for future generations to see. I have said it again and again, that when the future comes, our children will look at this drinking revelry RBL is organizing 24 hours, and they will not say, no wonder they failed in restoring Biafra of their own dream, not the Biafra of the Bim-Massob dream. No wonder they failed in their own revolution, not our people's revolution. No wonder they had nothing to offer to people. Because a group of people that want to discuss something concerning Biafra, 24 hours, they are drinking, opening, squashing bottles of beer and whiskey. How then can the international community take them serious? How then can they discuss something important? In a civilized world, if you drink, don't discuss important matters. If you discuss important matters, don't just drink. And that is the law. Because the moment you begin to open bottles of whiskey, you have messed yourself up. There is nothing you will tell us that will not be from the influence of alcohol. And this is obvious. Why does RBA disgrace Biafra? The way they treat Biafra, the way they talk about Biafra, the way they behave in anything concerning Biafra looks like childish play. 24 hours, they begin to discuss on air. We are going to buy arms. We are going to buy bullets. Why do you discuss all this things on air? Makes everything childish. It makes the civilized world to take us, serious. It makes the Igbo elites to laugh at us. No wonder when you talk of RBA IPOB, they begin to say this is a brigand. It's a brigand. So why then change pattern? Why not change gear? You are a driver, use the first gear to move your vehicle. Now you change to gear 2. Now when you see that gear 2 is failing, why not go to gear 3 or gear 4? And you see want to use gear 2 to reach your destination. Somewhere along the line, the engine would knock and they begin to blame your mechanic. This is a problem RBL has. They have to change gear and use a better one that will take them to their own destination. This idea of rigmarole, from pillar to post, from frying pan to fire, cannot help anybody. We are tired of their excesses and noise making. They have boasted enough and have nothing to offer. They should pack and go home.
Please, let me keep one more thing in before we call it a day. You see, these people without plan and strategy for what they do. Some people say they lost focus, but I say they don't have focus at all. Some people say they have no strategy anymore. They don't have strategy at all. Now look at what is going on Facebook, everywhere on Facebook. People who are fighting for freedom are busy wishing everybody bad, everybody around them, with their own brothers. You can see my war with them this time on Facebook about this World Cup going on, wishing Nigerian Super Eagles bad to come back empty-handed. And this club has over 60 or 65% of Biafrans and Igbos in it. These youth are youth showing their talent to the world, trying to be the breadwinner of their family, and somebody who is normal, somebody who calls himself an Igbo man, a Biafra, who wants something good, are wishing them bad. What have these young people done? Are they there in 1967 to fight? Do you see them fighting against Biafra? Are they politicians? Are they APC? Are they PDP? Do you see them disturbing anybody? These young youths have their talent, which is football, and now they are trying to display it. Because you have lost your own in their parlor, you have used good and smart to destroy your hamper or what? To destroy your own destiny, to destroy your own star. You want other people to lose because you have lost. Is that not witchcraft? Imagine when I look at this thing, then I saw an ordinary young man here who is struggling in Russia to come out with the best result for him to get a better club in Europe or in America or any part of the world to play and support his family, and I wishing them back. Is that not witchcraft? In this thing, Super Ego, there are many of our people, the Kerobi, Joy Robi, call them Ndidi, and the Wobi, and many of them, they are pure Igbo people. They are hardcore Biafrans, and we are wishing them back. Is that freedom fighting? You are wishing them worst. When I saw some of them writing, I begin to look at their age. I begin to look at who will be this people's leader. Who is this people's leader? I saw somebody who said boldly, I hate Nigeria, I want everything to lost. Even when your brother is there. I said, this is just like setting a house on a fire. And this house, your children are there, your wife are there, your family members are there, and you want to set that house on fire because of one person, one of your enemy in that house, to wipe away their family. Or you wish a luxurious bus that carry over 60 passengers dead, and that 60 passengers, all about 40 or 50 of them are your brothers. But because of 10 people you hate, you want to cause accident to that luxurious bus for everybody to die. Is that not wickedness? Is that not witchcraft? Is that not madness? Look at how they have come to damage our people's brain, never to think anymore, just to develop hatred that will beat us and destroy. That's why the world is seeing us as animals. They don't even understand that we are fighting for freedom. We look like people who doesn't have any direction. Thank you, my brother. Continue.
You see, what is the issue is this. You remember how they caused Ijele Ndibo, wishing him death day by day. There was nothing evil they did not heap on that innocent man's head. But at the end of the day, who did Nemesis visit? The same people. Of course, they invoked thunder, thunder upon thunder. When thunder came, who did it visit? The same people. They wished our people untimely death on the road because we voted in Anambra election. When that particular death came, who did it visit? The same people. They wished our people sickness, incurable sickness. Sickness came, did not find any of our members, it went back to them. Who died? The same people. Let us keep on praying. They should be thankful to God that Chief Dr. Rafu was Rikede Ijele Ndibo advised us not to use Voice of Biafra International to pursue vendetta, not to insult anybody, not to disparage anybody, not to reduce anybody's dignity, rather to promote it. For us to use this and embolden our people, encourage our people, mobilize our people. That is why we use soft voice. Otherwise, we know how to employ unkind innuendos or unkind adjectives to describe whatever they are doing. But we don't want to do that, but because we consider ourselves as one. Whatever you wish others is what will come to you. This is nature's law. So when you begin to invoke thunder and what have you against your fellow human being, be prepared to receive those things as their visitors. I made a post few days ago advising our people, our parents, to hold their children. We are tired of shedding our brothers and sisters' blood. We are tired of burying our younger ones. If we bury all our younger ones, who then would we take to Biafra land? That is a question. Because I asked our parents to advise their children not to be fooled by the same people that live abroad, asking them at home to go and die before the Nigerian military. Do not forget that before they promised that they had the 88 countries supporting them, they have arms and ammunition every time to withstand the Nigerian challenges. When ordinary python dance came, our people, their people were fighting their military in armor with armor tanks, with broken bottles, broken sticks, and mud sand. What madness! They now want to repeat the same thing. And I advise our people to be careful not to fall a prey to anybody's keenest anxiety. What did they do? They continue to heap causes upon their heads and their families and their children's children to the next third, fourth, and fifth generations. That is a problem. What they can never change, they will not learn to accept. Instead, they will begin to curse anybody. We are making it clear. Whatever you wish another person is what comes to you. It's just like what you sow, that you shall reap. If you want your fellow human being to die untimely death is going to wait for you on your doorsteps, and you cannot come out, you cannot go in. This is nature's law. Whatever you wish a fellow human being is what comes back to you 1,000-fold. But they keep on making noise. Of course, Chigoze is telling us that they pay some newspaper companies to publish rubbish for them, and because these newspaper companies are in businesses they must sell, they publish anything that will interest their leadership. Of course, that is true. This is what they do. Just like a few weeks ago, the Sun newspapers had to publish that Chief Dr. Ralph Ubasike was in jail. It was so funny. At the end of it all, they used that thing to make money from IPOB, who wanted such news. But unfortunately for them, they spent their money for nothing because Chief Dr. Ralph Ubasike was somewhere there, I think they said, visiting KOK Anayo and other Biafran people. That's the situation of things for now. We keep on advising them, stop fooling our people. No, not even IPOB, because Chigoze has advised us that they cannot belong to they cannot be called IPOB because they don't live in Biafra land. Rather, they are RBL. So we are asking RBL to stop fooling their followers. They should stop fooling them. And these people that keep on believing, how can you believe anything? Somebody is in London enjoying good life and asking you to go and fight a Nigerian soldier with gun and bare hand or with sand. Aja na-asọ onye amị bụ egbe na-asị aja, onye amị bụ egbe iwere apịtị na-agba ya, onye amị bụ egbe ịgbaji osisi na-agba ya mkpụrụ, onye amị bụ egbe ịkụwa bọtụlụ si ị ga-eche onye amị. What madness! Who is your father? Who is your mother? Has insanity gone to that level that somebody is in Europe celebrating a lot of things, asking you to God of mercy. I never knew our people could be so stupid, and I don't know the language to use and describe them again. The everything has become indescribable. Foolish people, dumb people, seasoned idiots. How could you believe that? Somebody is telling you, go and fight, go and fight. Not so long ago, they informed you from London, move them to Afaruku, they want to arrest our leader, go and defend him. Idiots! You went to Afaruku, your leader escaped. All of you were mowed down. Now you went to Port Harcourt, your leaders were in America. They could not go anywhere near the Capitol Hill, where the ceremony was going on. They asked you to move down to Port Harcourt to make noise. You went there and you died in numbers. Now you want to come out again. All of them are in Europe, in America, in Asia. They want you to go out and die. For tomorrow they will inherit your families, they will inherit your land, they will inherit everything. Let me tell you, many of us in Vobi crew live abroad. Of course, we broadcast from Germany right now, but yet we don't want our people to confront the Nigerian military because we don't have the wherewithal. If we were to be selfish, if HSR were to be selfish, he will say, go and fight a war. If Ikena is selfish, he will say, let's go and fight a war because he is not there, his family is not there, and nobody will die. But who is going to die? Those people that are going to die, are they not children of somebody? Why must we stay in far away Europe and America, Asia, and wish our people to the untimely death? And idiots will agree to go and die. When you die, who takes over your possession? Wonderful. Why can't our people reason? And when you talk, they say thunder fire them. When you talk, they say may they be consumed. When the same thunderous fire comes, who is consumed? The same people. I have to say unambiguously, may they rest in peace. That's the situation of this now. We move on. We are talking about referendum. Biafra doesn't need a referendum because we have had a referendum already. If we could fight 3 years war, why is anybody trying to say that we fought in vain? Madness. We have passed that stage. Anybody who is in doubt should move down to the Bim-Massob family and see the governmental place, Chief Ubasike is putting in place, being supported by the Bim-Massob family. We are asking them, come back to Biafra land, to Anambra, Enugu, Ebonyi, Abia, Delta, Rivers, anywhere in Biafra land, and show us your office. Let us take you serious. Just imagine that. Some time ago, many of our Bim-Massob members were arrested. Chief Wazike came out to defend our people. Even from far away Germany, Vobi intervened, talking to some military men, police officers, that they must release our people. Our people were released. But Abaribe, who bailed out their strong man, was arrested. No single RBL boy was seen on the street. None of their leaders was seen in Abuja or Lagos or Biafra land to say no. Why must Abaribe be arrested? All of them were there talking jargon. They have arrested him. They have arrested him. And so what? Why didn't they go on stampede? Why did they go on demonstration as they are used to doing? Why were they keeping quiet in Europe, in America, and Asia when Abaribe was there being detained in DSS office? We thank God that has been released, because who is who in Biafra land said no way to that. But if we had left everything in the hands of RBL, by now Senator Abaribe would have still been in detention. And that is true. Gentlemen of the crew, what do you think? Abaribe, who released their leader from detention, was arrested, and no member of the RPL was seen on the street to demonstrate. Does not that show hypocrisy? Is not that not the height of hypocrisy of the RBL? Why are they deceiving our people? We don't want to make RBL an issue, but they are the ones prompting us to say all these things. We cannot be keeping silent because we are the voice of the people. Why they continue to deceive our people? We must speak out to give our people the alternative viewpoint, to give them the correct, right direction, so that they will not continue to grope in the dark.
Thank you so much. Abaribe issue, I said it when he was about to sign those shorty. And I made it very clear. I'm not against the man. The man did what he's supposed to do as a brother, as a father. He did what he's supposed to do. But I made it clear that for him associating himself with those people is like, it's like somebody dressing up in white clothes, carrying a pig. That pig must turn you to its a kind of animal. He did the right thing he's supposed to do, but they just brought that man out to dent his identity, to destroy his name. But today, it is happening. Everybody is seeing it. I don't blame him. But associating yourself with RBL, and their IPOB, you are disgracing yourself, because they don't know what they want. They don't know where they're coming from. They don't know where they're going to. Just go to prison today. There are many of them in Nigerian prison. What is their crime? Their crime is that they went to Abuja, supported the release of Nnamdi Kanu. They went to court every day to support Nnamdi Kanu in court case. Many of them, many of them were busy working hard to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu was ready. But the only gain and the only reward they pay them is to abandon them in prison. To show you that, just like what Igbo people used to say, when you get only go and you basketball baby, that there's nothing you will do for him. He will be going without showing you his natch, his back. That is exactly what RBL IPOB leaders stand for. No matter how you work hard, no matter how you struggle to do anything good for them, they must pay you with bad coins. They must pay you back. They must prove to you that you are nobody, you are nothing. And when it happens, you see all of them going out, leaving you behind. You will understand that you are alone. I want our people again, be careful. Don't bring out your children for any reason in the name of referendum. Hold your husband, hold your wife, hold your children, hold your brothers, hold your cousins, hold your in-laws. Make sure none of them come out in the name of Biafra and die for nothing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Of course, Michael is saying, God bless Chief Dr. Rafu Wazirike and all Bim-Massob family and Biafrans in general. So thank you, Michael, for wishing our people good luck of course, Valentine Mugoji is there, right, in Port Harcourt. He is saying that the only thing RBL is known for is propaganda and deceit. Of course, they allow their followers to grow up in the dark, and that is true. Unfortunately, some of these their followers, the more you try to show them the light, the more they remain blind. The only time they will realize their folly is when they are dumped inside a pit, like what happened at Afaruku some time ago. That is when they realize that they are really being fooled. We are telling our people, let nobody deceive you. Biafra has had her own referendum long ago, and we fought 3-year war because of that. We can't go back to our vomit. Biafra is already a state of its own. We are rather waiting for the international community to say, okay, host your flag at the United Nations, and we are there. Now, Chigoze is also saying that we have to pity them because they are badly indoctrinated. They believe, that the more they die, the more Biafra draws closer. That is madness. The more they die, the more Biafra draws closer. That is what the leader told them, that if they take me, if they kill me, Biafra will come overnight. Ever since then, where is the Biafra of their 3 months? This is a question of things now we're asking. So, let nobody be fooled. Those of you who might truth out that, of course, no, they are not coming back. We know them very, very well. We know them very, very well. On that particular day, nobody will come out. You will not see their leaders. You will not see anybody. It's all just making noise. And at the end of it all, they will give you another 2020 for something extra. This is what we know them for. Shifting the goalposts. Let nobody be deceived. We know them very, very well. For those of you logged on through Skype, you might not hear me in the next few minutes because I want to play a little bit of Biafra music. A minute or two, then we'll get back to us. Thank you.
Nigerian Limited. It's not one of our time. Here is one of my name. Here's the one, Yoma. ICO Group of Company, anyị ekelela. Mega Villa, Omeni Cheta Ventures,
Yeah, thank you very much. That was an interlude of Biafra music. Like we tell you always, we tell you something, we talk, we play music, to refresh our brains. The floor is still open. Of course, we are getting messages from our listeners. Some of their members who are here are still calling us fools because we are telling them the truth. Because we are telling them not to go out to die, they are calling us fools. But I believe something. Those who are calling us fools, I believe, live abroad. Nobody who lives in Biafra land will call us a fool because we are telling them, do not go and die. Because these people who live abroad, of course I live abroad, but I cannot say because I live abroad, those are told should go and die. That would be wickedness. What I wouldn't wish myself, I wouldn't also wish others. But those of you who continue to call us fools because we are giving you the right step, we are telling you, don't do anything that will lead to your untimely death or to the death of your fellow Biafrans. And from wherever you stay or sit, you begin to call us fools. We say thank you very much, God bless you. We cannot call you a fool. We rather say God bless you. But when the day of reckoning shall be, we must surely know who is a bigger fool. When we warned all of you before to beware men that had children in secondary schools, in primary schools, abandoned their families, went to Afaruku to defend the vacant house, empty building, because he wanted to show loyalty. They were gunned down. They died. Today, the wife and children are begging for something to eat because the breadwinner has been removed from their midst. The person they went to defend is alive, let us believe. The person that went to protect him or defend him is dead. Now, who is more foolish? Trump was being sworn in America. Your leaders were in America and London asking you to go to Port Harcourt and misbehave. You still went there and misbehaved and you died in numbers. And of course, we warned you. You called us fools. At the end of the day, when your members went and died, who was a bigger fool? We cannot call you a fool. The only thing we do is, when you call us fools, we say thank you. But on the last day, on the day of reckoning, we wait for consequences and then know who is a bigger fool. One thing we know is that we cannot use Voice of Biafra International to insult any Biafran person. No, we don't. We rather discuss issues, we dwell on issues, because that is the instruction given to us by Chief Dr. Rafu Wazirike. Because it is the people's voice, we cannot use this thing to insult our people. We have gone beyond that. But if you keep on insulting us, calling us fools because we advise you not to go and die, because we don't have the guns yet. We don't control the seaports, we don't control the airports, we don't control even the waterways or the borders. That these people have everything. It does not mean we are cowards, but we should be ready before we confront this enemy, because we give you advice and you call us fools. We say thank you and rather hand you over to the maker of all things, our own dear God. On the last day, we shall know who is a bigger fool. But one thing is this. There are people who still believe in the existence of a dead man. I don't know. When Christ died, he went up to heaven. So people still, on the foot of the mountain, continue to believe the second coming of Jesus Christ. Till today, some foolish Jewish people are still somewhere waiting for the second coming as a conquering Messiah. I don't know what is wrong with our people. I'm not trying to make insinuations, but all I'm trying to say is that If you have a leader who disappeared for 1 week, 1 month, is not there, choose another person to be the commander. But if you stay there, keep on waiting for the return of your commander, that means you are tired of the war. Let us tell ourselves the truth. You are tired of the war. You are looking for someone to tell you go home. But we shall not be the one to tell you to go home, because we didn't bring you out. We didn't equip you. If you like, stay there till the kingdom come. You will keep on waiting until you grow gray hairs. Of course, that is true. Those of you who are waiting for referendum, they say, of course, Michael Oke is saying, when Biafra is finally with us here, their eyes will open. So, those of you who are saying this and whatever, yes, Chukwu Okiabe Baganya the referendum, but when you think it has to be through a man that has disappeared till infinity, oh my God of mercy, why can't our people try to be the human beings they are? Why are they living in the modern times and begin to think like people in the Stone Age? Why? Why can't our people try to live modern, to put on elements of Renaissance, reaccommodate themselves in the present time? Biafra has gone far. Biafra has gone far. I said this a few days ago in one of my posts. Chief Dr. Rafu Wasika has made one promise 100 times. If somebody keeps saying one thing several times, fear that person, and he is going to carry it out. Come rain, come shine. That is emphasis. I will do it, I will do it. And he stands his ground and he does it. But when somebody comes within 1 minute, he has made 1 million promises, forget that person. You forget that person. The one has nothing to offer. Those of you, some of you, I don't know the language to say that to describe you, keep on messing yourself up, showing how you were born, who your parents were, calling your fellow human beings who your fellow Biafra because they disagree with you. Your radio station abuse everybody. We cannot abuse you. When you call us fools or you abuse us, we only say, God bless you. God will keep on blessing you until the last day we shall know who will go home with God's blessings. You know, non-entities, fabricated non-entities, people that have no value in life, people whose own lifespan is measured in coffee spoon, who have no bearing, no meaning in life, but because they are fortunate to have MB in their phones, they think in the next 5 minutes they have gone offline because the only 200 they put in their phone, they want to use it to cause their fellow human being. Instead of using this 200 to buy curry and sugar and drink, at least have something to eat for this night, they go on air, begin to look for somebody to abuse. Yet, the cerebral idiots that abuse their fellow human beings are nowhere near humanity. We take them to the animals because can you tell me that your leader asked you to destroy Nigeria and he himself was using Nigerian passport, and even some of you fabricated idiots who say Nigeria is a zoo are using Nigerian passports to travel abroad. Now, who is a bigger fool? Tell me, who is a bigger fool? We don't want to talk much about RBL because that is a misguided lot. We are here to tell you that if you were serious enough, the moment Abaribe was arrested, having liberated their commander-in-chief from the Gulag, all of you should have taken to the streets. Look at it now. Some of your members are still languishing in detention. What are you doing? You are still moving up and down, calling people fools. When some of your members are languishing in detention in Abuja, why can't you storm the Abuja prisons? Why can't you move on to liberate them? Why are you moving from one state in Europe to another? From Madrid to Barcelona, from Barcelona to what a mess. From there to Milan, to Padova, to Sicily. Of course, they can't try it in Germany because Germany is too big for that nonsense. They only take permission to spend 30 minutes and drink beer. If they try that mess in Germany, I tell you, all of them are going back to Nigeria because they are afraid of going back to Nigeria. They will not try it here in Germany. After all, their members use their letterheads to seek asylum here. German asylum authority rejected all of them, said they don't recognize that particular stupidity. They only recognize the signature of Ijele Ndibo, Chief Dr. Rafu Wasike. As I am talking now, I am in custody of many of their members who want us to give them a letter to clarify themselves here. And that is absolute. I have told you, and I keep on telling you again and again, if you don't know where to go, come and seek the advice of the Bim-Massob family. We are here to sacrifice ourselves for the interest of our people, and we are not joking. We protect you, we protect your family, we protect your near relatives. We don't discriminate, no matter the level of your own incredible stupidity. So keep on sacrificing yourselves, keep on insulting us. We are not going to pay you back. We only allow nemesis to take his hold on you. Because if you count the number of dirty, unattended deaths that came in the last few months, who were the victims? The same people that invoked thunder. The same people that invoked thunder. And the funny part of it was that when they are sick, the millions they contributed is nowhere to be found. And yet they said somebody is a fool. How could you say somebody is a fool when you pay the millions and is nowhere to be found or recognized in Biafra land? The money is in private hands. And you keep on paying. Idiots. When somebody is giving you the highest small 419, you cannot believe until you get home one day. The only thing that you will see staring you on the face is a hairy goat. That is where you know that you are a fool and a fool forever. A little bit of Biafra music. So today we are saying that referendum might not help us. Not it will not help us. We have gone beyond the referendum. Let us forget that. Somebody is advising. Let us forget that one about this and that. Let us go to some important issues. We're talking about important issues anyway. We have a few minutes to go, but let us say something on that before we go. Right now, we are saying Nigeria, the whole of Nigerian state is under Islamization agenda. The Fulanis have invited all their brothers from Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, Chad, Gambia, Guinea. They have invited all their fellow Fulanis. They are entering Nigeria through various northern borders. And as they enter Nigeria, they are given Nigerian citizenship. They are being accommodated and taken from one place to another. What is the purpose? Pat Dike is saying that Buhari is our problem right now. Yeah, that is true. We agree. So, what are we going to do? How are we going to come together? This comes to the issue of coalition. Right now, the Fulanis are everywhere stampeding. As I'm talking now on Vobi, they are killing thousands and thousands of people in Plateau State. They are everywhere in Benue State using helicopter gunboat, bombing everywhere. Of course, the target is Biafra land. They want to Islamize us. They want to make sure they count us and then take over what remains of our possession as our own estate, as our own inheritance. Do not forget that few days or weeks ago, Buhari tried to say that all the waterways in Biafra land should be taken over by the federal government, and we say no to that. That can never happen. Let every Biafran, every Igbo man be informed. We must never allow the federal government to take any of our waterways, whether offshore or inland. Every part of our waterways belong to Biafra people. Remember, they have ceded Bakassi away to Cameroon. We are going to reclaim Bakassi in the event of Biafra. Take it or leave it. We have a common enemy and we must come together. So this time around, these people are hell-bent on Islamizing the entire Biafra state, and we must not allow that to happen. They might Islamize Benue State, Plateau State, the entire Middle Belt. They might Islamize Oduduwa. But we are saying that Biafra is going to be a red line. Any day the Fulanis try to bring their Islamic conquest to Biafra land, Nigeria is going to cease. Nigeria will no longer cease, will no longer exist. And even Islam shall be fizzled out in the whole of Nigeria. This is what we are saying. And we are telling our people to start now to get prepared for any eventuality, because this particular agenda is real. So, this is a special of things. We are moving on. We must never relent. Those of you who are afraid of coalition should bear in mind that when the Fulanis come with their friends from abroad, they cannot discriminate between the IPOB, the Massob, the RPL, the customary government, unless everybody is a Biafra. Take it or leave it. That is why we are saying everybody must be prepared for this particular showdown because it is real. This is what we are saying for now. Gentlemen, fellow Biafrans, the floor is open. Tell us your mind. Tell us what you have to do. People are saying yes, this is a topic they want to hear. They want to talk about what concerns Biafrans as a whole and not all this particular thunder coming from one particular angle. That's the situation of things now. So, one celebrity. Yeah, go on, please.
Yeah, about Islamizing Igbo land of Biafra land, my brother, it's just an old music because they have Islamized us already, and those who accepted them has accepted them. So now what we'll be doing now is to secure others who has not accepted them. Because when someone come up as a Christian and tell you that there is no God, that person's brain has been Islamized. When somebody come up and tell you that Christianity is satanic, the Bible is this and that, my brother, that person has been totally Islamized. Some of us think that until somebody convert to Islam and start going to mosque, that is called Islamization. No, there has been Islamized on their brain. What you see is their corpse walking around, going to church or being on the street talking about the Nanomena. Meanwhile, they don't have direction. What we are trying to do now is to secure the innocent ones, not to go the same foolish way of those who have accepted those things. You see this struggle we are doing. Many things are attached to it, but people don't understand. Many things are attached to it. It has been exposed a lot of things in us. But some of our people will not get the message. This killing going on is not just a killing. Sometimes some people call it prophecy. But those prophecy is like what the fake pastors normally do. They gather themselves and organize some fake prophecy, and maybe they prophesy about somebody who will die. At the end of the day, they will put up a gang that will go and kill the person and say that their prophecy has come to fulfillment. This struggle of Biafra has brought us many calamities. For those of us who are observant in things in Igbo land, so what is happening today in Igbo land has never happened before. And why is it happening? These people are testing our land to know if truly we have armies, if truly we have bullets, if truly we have weapons, if truly 88 countries are supporting us. But it is a very big show of shame that nobody is responding them. Nobody is stopping them. Now, they understand that these people are only talkatives. They just talk and talk and talk without doing anything. But I plead with every real Igbo man, every real Biafra to stand up, to understand that the enemy has created problem in our midst. And we have to stand up to fight that enmity, that problem. We have to stand up to defend ourselves. Since there is no weapon to defend us as promised, since there is no army to stand up for our safety as they threaten, today the enemy is knocking at our door and asking us, where is your weapons? Where is your army? We want to see them. But one thing I believe that he that is with God is with majority. We don't have weapons, we don't have armies. Who we have is God. And by the grace of God, we are going to win at the end of the day. What is happening in Benue State and some states near Igbo and Biafra land is a kind of temptation. It's a kind of trap to the Igbo. That's why I always say it. Don't involve yourself in it. Don't join your hands in it. If there's anywhere we can support them, we can support them, but we should not fall into that trap they set for us. For us to start and what is happening now remind me what happened at Lagos when I was living in Lagos. When my landlord was one of our tenants was having problem with the wife, and the landlord rushed to help them, and they hit the man on his head as if they are making a mistake. I think they are pretending they did it not intentionally. But when the man realized himself, he said that these people set this fight to bring him out and kill him. So this is what is happening in our land today. What they are doing now, like they were used to say now, they want to pull out the leg of Ndi Igbo. They have done everything possible to bring war in Igbo land. They have done everything possible to create problems in Igbo land, but they are failing. They are even using our own people to bring war into our land, to make sure they repeat what they have done before. But our people are becoming wiser. We should not allow them to pull us out. We are not preparing for any war. We are not getting ready to any war. We don't have any army to fight anybody.
Yes, we are even hearing now. Let me tell you, honestly, information we are getting is that even some, not all, some of our pastors are agents of these Islamic people. They are receiving money from them, talking without doing anything to defend Christianity. We are getting this information. We have not confirmed yet, but this is what we are, getting. And,
no, my brother. What you are saying is clear and true. I used to say all these things. I keep on saying it. Though people call it hatred or whatever they call it, but I keep on saying it. They will use everything in Igbo land to fight us. They will use everything, both pastors, but that's how I said it, our brothers. When I say our brothers, I mean the freedom fighters and the so-called pastors. They are using them to fight, or in their own style, in their own way. But it is only when our eye open to see that we are the target, then we can find a way of protecting ourselves. I said this thing before. People don't understand it. The Nigerian government has their own way of doing things, that they don't go straight to the point. They want to go by the side, to do one thing or the other, to get what they want. When they arrested Dino Marais, what they call him, I told our people to be careful. Don't rush out because, I told them that they should be careful because this thing is to put their trap and their roadmap on how to arrest Igbo senators. Because Suleiman, Apostle Suleiman, what happened between Suleiman and the young lady with the Nigerian government, this and that? People don't, that is set up, that's a game plan. Because when they arrested Apostle Suleiman, or when they threatened him, any Igbo man, any Biafra man who is a pastor will be afraid. If they do this to Suleiman, who have our Sanem, who was a former Islamic man, what will happen to me? So they put fear in our people. Even those pastors who will speak the truth, even those pastors who will stand strong to condemn what is happening in Nigeria, if they saw what happened to Suleiman and how Suleiman was threatened, they will fold their hands and go in. Without knowing that they are playing game with Suleiman. They are playing politics with Suleiman. That Suleiman.
Yeah, I don't know if we have lost him. Yeah, go on,
please.
please.
Real pastors. They have used it to threaten real pastors. This is what is happening today. When you see here, they arrest this house for the APC. They arrest this Yoruba APC. They are targeting an important Igbo man to arrest you. So that when they will arrest you, will not say, I'm Igbo because it's because I'm Igbo, it's because I'm a Christian. When they arrest you now, when you want to talk anything, they will tell you yes, they arrested the other person, is an Hausa. They arrested the other person, is the Yoruba. They arrested the other person, is from Kogi. Why your own will be different? But your own is the target. They don't go straight to the point. Just like cock used to go and have sex with the hen. He will be pretending as if he's going left while he's trying to go right. So most of this they do is set up. But thank God that our people are opening, they are understanding what is going on in Nigeria. Many of us are now preparing themselves, knowing fully well that this trap is set for you. I remember those days in the village. Our father used to warn us, when you hear catch and thief, don't come out, stay inside. You may be the trap they set. Because some people will run out that moment and got killed. And it will become an accident. Without knowing that, shouting that thief. Onyoshi, come out. Everybody will rush out. And if you are the target, they will kill you. And that is all. And it is accident. So we should be careful on how to deal with our enemy. When your enemy becomes wiser than you, finished. When your enemy has more strategy than you are finished. When your enemy knows your weakness, you are dead. They will finish you with it. You know, that's why sometimes I warn our people on Facebook. They arrested you, they arrested that person, you are shouting and making noise. Stop it, it's not a business. They want to set you up, they want you to say something, they want you to react. At the end of the day, they will be treating you against your reaction. If you listen to statement of Buhari about 95% and 7%, you get that message clear.
That is true.
Yes. We are shouting no election in Igbo land. There will be no election in Igbo land. At the end of the day, the man told you 97% and the 5% of people who vote for him. They use that thing against us. They use that game against us. They always like to use it against us. That's why I want our people. Be careful. Know who is telling you the truth and know who is deceiving you. Know who will tell you not to do the right thing and push you to do the wrong thing. Until we know all these things, we will stop falling into the hand of our enemy.
Yes, one thing that these people mean business. Just like we tell everybody, we Biafrans, we Igbos in particular must come together. Otherwise, these people will make a mincemeat of ourselves. Biafrans, Igbos must bury their hatchet. We must forget differences and come together because the enemy is there and his intention is real. If you sit back to study what is happening in Nigeria today, these people are caging us everywhere. The entire Benue state is finished. The entire Plateau state is finished. As we are talking now, Plateau state is under siege. Let me tell all of you, just like Echeza said, when they arrested Silemon, they were looking for a target. Now they are bombarding Benue and Plateau and the other part of Benue. Don't think they are attacking them. They are waiting for Biafra to step in. And then they forget those people and face us. And even those people will join them to attack us. We must be very, very careful. I repeat, we must be very, very careful. We have a common enemy. Biafrans, listen. 1,000 times, Biafrans, listen. Get your acts together. Danger is looming. I have told many of you who care to listen. I attend certain meetings in the realms of the spirits. Decisions had been taken. They want to wipe us out. But I tell you, the God above who was eavesdropping said, you cannot wipe my people. On that very day, the archangels will come and rescue my people, the Igbos. I am talking to you from authority. I stand in authority of what I tell you. This is the happenings in the realms of the spirit. Be careful, Biafrans, so that the enemies will not kill us. Let Biafrans come together. I have told you again and again. I am not the one talking, but I am delivering this particular message to you. I didn't choose myself to be here today. Only God and Ijele decided how I managed to be in charge of this particular station. Let Biafrans be careful. Let Igbos be careful. Especially Enugu and the Ebonyi states. Our people should be careful. These people are not attacking Benue State, are not attacking Plateau or Taraba anywhere. Their terminal point is Biafra. If we fail to put our acts together, if we fail to gather ourselves to withstand the challenges of this particular common enemy, we shall wake up one day to know that we are no longer existing in Biafra land, but as left. May God forbid. In his own divine mercy, God has said that my people must never be vanquished, provided they come together and speak with one voice. Let Igbos, let Biafra speak with one voice, and God will hear us. Let us step out now and march through the walls of Jericho, and Nigeria will collapse. I am telling you, from authority, where I stand to view certain things which no human being can understand, there is danger looming. Long ago, I have always said it. Biafrans must be careful. The enemies around hate you like the Arab world hates Israel. We are no exception. They consider us as the same descendants of the Israelites of old, and they hate us with passion. Let us move on. We have a common enemy. Muhammad Buhari does not love the Biafra, the Igbos at all. The Fulanis hate us. Even the Yorubas hate us. Forget all this holy handle posture. We are on our own, and only the Biafrans can defend themselves. Let us come together. Let us exchange olive branch. Let us bury the hatchet. Let us eschew bitterness. Let us come together and forget all differences. If Biafrans fail to come together, one by one, the enemies will take all of us out. Remember, the shoemaker, the gate man, the man selling suya, pure water, all of them are Hausas, and they are all agents of the Hausa Fulani oligarchy, of the caliphate. They are everywhere. Everywhere. Even those who exchange money for you, they are part of the conspiracy against my people. But in the heat of all these things, in the heat of conspiracy, volcano, our people still do not understand. They keep on playing politics. My people keep on playing politics while their children are being mortgaged forever. What is wrong with the average Igbo man? Our traders do not understand. They are buying and selling. Their markets are being pumped down every day. Yet they do not want to understand. Talk to them. They listen to you. They cannot hear you. Even if they hear, they don't understand. What has come wrong with my people? Igbos are in bondage. Igbos are in limbo. Yet nobody understands. I am telling my people, if you fail to come together to think like one and withstand the challenges of this one enemy, everybody shall go on exile and never to come back until after 40 years. May God forbid. Let my people go. Let my people come together. Forget all this acrimony. Forget all this rubbish. Forget thunder. Forget those who will die untimely death. Just like one as Paul James Walker is calling me a madman, that I will die like a chicken. I will not cause you, as Paul James Walker. I will not cause you. The only thing I said that whatever you wish me is exactly what you are going to get in the next 1 month. Take it or leave it. Whatever you wish in the next 1 month. Today is what? The 24th of June 2018. If you don't retrace yourselves by 23rd of next month, which will make it 1 year, let us see what will happen. Take it or leave it. It is not a cause, it's not a boast, but let us watch it and we'll see whether by this and see what will happen. I am talking to my people from the vantage position which I hold dear. Let my people come together and defend themselves. These people want to finish us. Remember, the resources in Biafra land, onshore, offshore, our waterways, everywhere. The entire resources in Biafra land that can feed the whole of Africa. These who want to convert everything, and yet the people do not understand. They are only satisfied with the paltry sum that is given to them. Just like a big man will eat his meat and leave the bone for the dogs. How can a Biafra man be called a dog? How can an Igbo man be a dog to eat the remnants on the master's table? We are the owners of the land. We own their possession. We own their heritage, everything. How then come that we are eating like slaves? The enemy, a foreigner, is tormenting us, enslaving us, taking our women, assaulting them. Nobody is talking. Instead, a referendum that had been conducted long ago. So people still want to reenact it in this modern time. We have gone beyond that. Let my people hear this. Biafrans must forget their differences. If you think because of your own greedy insistence, you don't want to give account of your stewardship, the money you have so far collected by means of defense and what have you, we are not interested in that money. It's not up to the amount of money Biafrans lost after the civil war. They can go, but tell their people the truth. Tell them there is danger in the land. Forget all this acrimony and come back to the state and let us talk with one voice. Let us work together because days are numbered. And if care is not taken, these people will take us into bondage. And in the next 40 years plus or minus, we are still asking, where is the way to Biafra land? Take us back home there. But then, who will listen to us? Because whatever happened was our own making. Thank you very much for those of you who have listened. We have really exhausted the hours given to us for this particular program. And I'm sorry I have dominated half of the day. Sonny Bobo has been there, Chesna Odessa has been there equally. So we must bring this particular broadcast to an end. But we have to inform you that on Tuesday, that is the 26th of this month, on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Biafra time, we are having a special interview with a renowned Biafran activist who is a coordinator of the coastal areas from Akwa Ibom State. I am not going to mention his name now for security reasons, but on Tuesday, 8 p.m., join us. We are interviewing a true Biafran activist coordinating the entire coastal areas, Akwa Ibom, Cross Rivers, Bayelsa, Rivers, Delta. He is going to be our special guest speaker to tell us how far he has gone in bringing the entire coastal areas to work in tandem with the rest of the Igbo towards Biafra realization. Join us on Tuesday, 8 p.m. Biafra time. Until then, this is Iken Nobibi Egon from the satellite station Voice of Biafra International in connection with Chesna Udeze, right away from Japan, Sonny Emmanuel in Biafra land, Uchen Okeke in Benue State, and host of others, Chigozie, who has been there, Pat Dike, who has been there, Ego Levis Precious, who is watching, and very many others. Even the gentleman that have been causing me, we say thank you for being part of this particular program, but we ask you to repent. Because the Biafra we are preaching is for all of us. We wouldn't like to lose any Biafra on our march towards homeland Biafra. Until then, until next Tuesday, when we shall be hosting a special guest speaker, we thank you and say, may God be with you both now and forever. Good night and good night. Once again, Ikenna Obiegono for the satellite station of the Voice of Biafra International. On behalf of the entire Vobi crew, we say good night and may God bless you. And also a very warm thank you to Chief Dr. Rafu Wazike, making it possible for us to be here this evening talking to our people just like any other day. And to the entire members of the Vobi family, the Bim-Massob family, we say kudos to your efforts. We shall never disappoint you. We must make use of every available resources given to us to broadcast to our people because we are the servant of all. We are not here for ourselves, but for you, for every other person. Thank you so much for listening to us, and may God bless you. Good night.
Chief Amechi Emerenene, Amaranze one of Amandoa.